Okay, now I'm going to do number 35. We're still on section 9.6, solving rational expressions. Again, we have a fraction equal to a fraction, so we're going to do what they call the bow tie, or some people call the butterfly. So there goes. Let's begin. I'm going to do x times x gives me x squared. That one's done. Equals to, now I'm going to do x squared minus 8 times 2. So I'm basically going to distribute. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. Okay, with that done, now it's time to solve for the x squared. So let's begin. I'm now going to get rid of, let's see here. If I get rid of this guy, I'm going to be left with the negative exponent. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I know. No, you know what? I'm torn between keeping what I've always said, which means if you're going to get into a fight the little guy instead of the big guy. So, but if I do that, I'm going to be left with the 0 here, which is fine. And that's fine. I'll do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract x squared from the left. I'm going to subtract x squared from the right. Cancel, cancel. 0 is equal to x squared minus 16. Okay, now let's see here. 2 minus 1 is x squared. Okay, so we're good. Actually, it actually worked out pretty good. So now what we have here is called the difference of squares. Difference of squares, because we can make both of these look like squares with the minus in the middle, which is the difference. So I'm going to rewrite it. The x squared looks fine, but the 16, I'm going to write it as 4 squared, because 4 squared is 16. So basically, difference of 2 squares. So now I can factor that pretty simply by just putting, I'm going to write this base and this base 2 times each. So there goes. There goes my parentheses. Parentheses, parentheses, parentheses. I'm going to put an x. I'm going to put a 4. That's the first time. X, 4. There's the second time. One of them is going to be plus, and the other one is going to be minus. There it is. I just factored that. Difference of 2 squares is the easiest thing to have to factor. I actually love when I see them. So now that I'm done, I'm going to have the zero product property. So I'm going to make x minus 4 equal to 0. I'm sorry, x plus 4 is equal to 0. And I'm going to do x minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so I'm going to skip a step. I'm going to say x is equal to negative 4. X is equal to 4. We have ourselves 2 answers here. Will any one of these give us an answer that doesn't work? Let's see here. If I put a 4 in there, 4 times 4 is 16. 16 minus 8 is going to be 8, so that's going to be fine. Okay, they both work. They both seem to work just fine. Let's see what the book says. Number 35. 4 and negative 4. We're good. So, thank you very much. We're done with one more.